be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go! 52 blaster!
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hunt will try going up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Buccaneers at 6-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
Back to throw. Baker.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of it.
Down. Ready?
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, they'll throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They run right side with Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To throw is Baker. Throwing after the interception. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the gun, Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Baker now on 3rd and 2. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And some room to work.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baker.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Baker looking to throw on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Baker on first down. And that'll be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Off play action. Baker. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 20. As he's dropped at the 23.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll run on first down with Akers. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A give up the middle to Akers. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position. And sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Come on. Trap 50.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Akers, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Check contact.
Akers again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And this time he is in.
Cam Akers.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier.
Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. And he is going to recover his own fumble. But, boy, a big, big loss on this play. Wow.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
To throw is Baker. Off play action. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And some room to run now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken, because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, it's Hunt.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Kareem Hunt
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Baker now to throw on 2nd down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught by Evans.
And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go! Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the